So guys, I am back from Sweden. If you didn't know, over the last few days I've been away. Although you've seen 2 uploads, they have been scheduled videos, just so you know. I am back. And today I wanted to do a video that's a little bit different. I wanted to talk about the trip I just had to Sweden. And, and actually there's a bit of a topic I want to discuss to do with my trip this weekend. And I thought it'd make a good video while I catch up with gameplay and editing and all that stuff, where I can start beginning to upload videos again from tomorrow. Basically, as you can see in the title, guys, I kicked my phobia's arse. Okay, now if you're not, like, every single person watching this video, yes, you, right now, listening to this video, you will have some sort of fear. Now, it might not be a phobia, it might not be something that you're so scared of that you won't do or try or attempt something. It might be just something that you worry about, but every single human being on this planet has some sort of fear, some sort of phobia that they're scared of, something that they do not like to do, right? For me, mine is traveling. I've always struggled with traveling. A lot of people wonder why I'm not, like with some other YouTubers when they go and do videos with other companies, why I wasn't in some series, why I wasn't in Kick TV last year, why I haven't been in New York. And, I get a lot of comments like that, and the simple answer to that is, it's my phobia. I can't stand traveling. Going on a plane or going on a boat or even just going on a train for a couple of hours, for me, it's not comfortable. I find it very difficult to cope with, I guess. And this weekend, I flew. I flew to Sweden and I stayed there for 4 days. So, like I said in the title, I feel like I've kicked my phobia's arse, if you know what I mean. And I thought it would make an interesting video because I'm hoping that me talking about what I've done this weekend, I'm not saying I'm brave, I'm not saying I'm this amazing person, but what I can offer is some sort of, some experience and some advice to help you guys fight your own fears if you have any. And again, I don't want it to sound like I'm some sort of amazing person offering advice and life advice, I just thought maybe it'd be an interesting topic to talk about, and maybe you'd enjoy listening about my own experience, because I think in life you have to chat, you have to tell people how you feel, you have to have advice at some point, you need to get help to help you go through all the crazy events that happen in life, all the ups and downs. You always need other people's experience to help you, right? But anyway, that's getting a little bit off topic. Let's just get straight into this. So, like I said, if you didn't know already, my phobia is traveling. I like to be at home, or what I want to say is I have it's not an official thing. What I feel like is anything that's kind of an hour away from my house, I get a little bit like, I don't know if I want to go, kind of thing. I'm fine going out on Christmas Day to my family. If they're an hour away, that's fine. I'm fine going there for a day. I'm absolutely fine with going shopping and just going out in general to restaurants and stuff like that. But I'm not okay with being out of my comfort zone, far away from home. I find that very difficult, and trust me, I don't know why. It's just the way I've grown up. I've always been like it. Some people have fears of certain foods. Some people have fears of animals and spiders, and some people, are actually scared of flying. They think that the plane's going to blow up as soon as they set foot on it. We all have different things, and mine has always been travelling. But this weekend, I went for it. Ellen has parents living over in Sweden. She's obviously Swedish herself, but she's come over to England to live with me. But I decided that I'd go over with her this time and see her parents and celebrate her mum's birthday, right? But obviously to me, it was a big thing because it's over in Sweden and it's my absolute ultimate fear, and that is being away from home, not just for a couple of hours, for 4 days, being in a completely different country, different foods, different weather. It was a brave thing for me to do, in my opinion. I'm so proud that I've done it. I've got back, I'm in England right now, and I actually enjoyed the trip. And that's why I wanted to talk about it, because I feel, especially in my experience over the last 15 years of my life, since I was very young when I started to get fearful of travelling and things like that, I've always avoided it. I have always avoided it. You would have seen on KSI's channel recently, that Renault driving thing. I was invited to that. I was meant to be there, but I didn't go because it was quite far away. Can you believe that? I think I was going there with KSI and Fear Crads, so I think Vic Star got my place because I obviously said no. And again, that's not me saying, oh, look at me, but you can see how much my phobia got in the way. I could have gone out and drove a Renault around a racetrack. You know, it would have been awesome. I would have gone for it had it been a bit closer. And my phobia got in the way. I let it get in the way. I let my phobia kick my ass, you know. But with this trip, I knew that it was going to be difficult, but I went for it. And my advice to anyone listening to this video, if you've got a phobia, something that can be easily done, you know, like it is easy to go and get a plane ticket and just go to another country, right? It's not like it's impossible to get it done, right? If you have a phobia that's similar, that you know right now if you wanted, or in the next week, you could do it, you know? I'm just saying it makes you feel so good. And I feel like I could go and do anything right now. It's such a great feeling, and that will wear off. And again, I'll start to get a little bit nervous as time goes because, you know, in the next few weeks, I'm probably not going to be going out anywhere too far. It's going to get back, you know, but it's really, really nice to know that you can do it if you want to do it, guys. And I'd love it if some of you guys would, you know, maybe this week try it and then let me know how it goes. Because, you know, my dad is like, this is going to sound so cheesy, but my dad's like my hero, right? He's such a hard worker, 14-hour days sometimes. You know, he travels a lot, or he used to. He doesn't do it so much now, but he's always flying over to America for a week, and then he would come back home and be absolutely exhausted. And then the next day he had to go to Paris, and then he would go and then come back and he would literally be exhausted again. And then they would need him in London for a couple of days. He's just always on the move. And I'd always sit there and think, how do you do this? How do you get your body through that? I would be an absolute mess. And one day I just said to him, don't you get tired of doing this? And he goes, well, it's fine. You just do it. You just don't think about it. Just go for it. And ever since he told me these things, or that thing, I should say, he's obviously given me advice throughout my whole life, but that really stuck with me. And I feel like too many people these days let their phobias get in the way of what they want to do in life. And it's especially to do with growing up and getting a job, or doing a certain course in a college or a university, or going out to places, or going abroad. And, you know, that's a very strong one for me, going abroad and seeing the world. And I've always let my phobia get in the way, and I feel like from now on I'm just going to face things. I think that's the best thing to do, you know. So maybe in the next few months up to the next year, if I get invited to any kind of events and stuff, that I might just go for it. I really regret not going to that Renault race day. You know, it would have been great to be in a video with KSI and Fear Crads. It would have been great to race around the track, but instead I was at home, you know, making FIFA videos. You can see where I'm coming from right now, right? And I know this video is completely different, but, you know, it's just something different to listen to and watch, and hopefully you've enjoyed that. Actually, I'll tell you what, I've got a few clips of my trip to Sweden, so what I'll do is I'll go ahead and put these in the video, and I'll talk over them. Just give me 1 sec. Right, welcome back, guys, and welcome a special guest, Ellen.
Hello.
I decided that because I fought my phobia this weekend with you, it'd be great to get you in the video while the clips are rolling in the background. So before we talk about phobias and stuff, where are we right now? This is Landvetter Airport.
Yes.
In Gothenburg. The clips are very short, guys. This is actually Ellen driving us. Where is this? This was on the way back from Gothenburg,
yes.
I think. And the roads are obviously flipped for me. In England, we're on the left. And this was ICA, yes. the food store. This is basically Tesco's from UK. But it was very crowded in there, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. It was, what was it? Saturday night?
No, that was Saturday morning with your mum.
Saturday morning,
getting the food. Yeah. And there is, well, I don't know if you call it the highway.
Well, motorway.
Motorway, yeah, that's what we call it. Again, just on the right, but it was just cool to see the surrounding areas. There's lots of trees compared to England, much more space. And this was Gothenburg Town Centre.
Yeah, it's a shopping centre.
Yeah, on the second floor, so you got a good view of what was going on. Very busy there as well, wasn't it?
Crazy. And
this is outside Gothenburg. There's a McDonald's on the right, which I was happy to have. Some familiar food. And that road has trams, doesn't it, going along it all the time, which you don't see very often. Now, this clip, we're going to have to be a bit more quiet here. These guys were awesome in the background. I'll let you listen to it really quick. So yeah, me and Ellen are currently dancing to that. They were actually pretty good.
They
And
were.
that was the train station, the main station outside Gothenburg. And here is Landvetter Airport once again. I did say I didn't get too many clips, just here and there. And this was just before we went home. You can see the storm was coming to Sweden. It was looking pretty rough out there, wasn't it? And then the last clip was just waiting for our flight. So there you go, guys, a little piece of Sweden there. Now, while Ellen is here, I wanted to ask her something, because I've been talking about phobias, and I know you guys might leave in the comments what your phobias are. Ellen, what's your, maybe not a phobia, but a fear?
My fear is dying and
So-
death.
So it's you dying and other people dying around you.
Yes.
That's your phobia. There you go, guys. See, everyone's got one, even the most amazing Swedish girl in the world. So there you go, guys. Just a little special guest at the end there. Thank you for being in the video. I appreciate
No
that.
problem.
And I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Just a quick word on future uploads. They'll be back to normal tomorrow. We're having some internet issues again today. I've been on the phone to Sky for almost an hour, and they're calling back tomorrow, wasn't it? So for now, it's going to be a little bit more difficult, because the next video will be either Road to Glory or Career Mode, where I'm going to be doing the awards, and that means I have to download a lot of previous videos, which I can't do with our internet. So it'll probably be Rage to Glory next. But yeah, that's the end of the video. Thank you for listening. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye.